Alright guys, welcome back to the next episode of Trading Tutorials. In the last episode, we were talking about the Japanese candlesticks on I think inverted hammer, shooting stars, and hammer and hanging man. So this third episode is going to be about engulfing and evening and morning stars. So we'll be discussing in depth of bearish and bullish engulfings, and we're going to discuss about morning star and the evening star. So why wait? Let's move on to our trading tutorials. So alright guys, so now we are going to see about the engulfing patterns. Now let me give you a short example. A little info. What is the difference between the previous candles and the candlesticks pattern which we are going to see now? The previous candlesticks which I taught you was spinning top, dojis, hammers, hanging man, and all those stuffs are called a single candle trading method. But when it comes to engulfing patterns, it is called as a dual or a double candle trading method, where we use two candlesticks to confirm a market reversal. So engulfing pattern is used for trend reversal. Alright, so first let's see the theory of bullish engulfing and bearish engulfing. So the engulfing pattern has two types. One is called as bullish and the other one is bearish. So the bullish engulfing means the first candle, let's say it is a bearish candle. The second candle should be a bullish candle which should engulf the previous first candle. Rather than seeing the things in the theory part, let us see it in a practical way. Let us see in the chart so that it will be a better understanding. Yes, so we can see we have a bearish engulfing and a bullish engulfing. Now what is a bearish engulfing is? Now this is a green candle, and after the green candle we have a red candle which has engulfed the previous candle. Can you see it? The previous candle has been engulfed by the next candle, and this is called as bearish engulfing. And what is a bullish engulfing is? The red candle has been engulfed by the bullish candle. It represents, in this area, the sellers has lost the control to the buyers. Sorry, the buyers have lost their control to the sellers. Now the market starts to come down, and at this time when the market came here, now the buyers are now back in control of the market, and the market started to move up. Let me delete it. So, but the thing is, everybody knows bullish and bearish engulfing who is there in the market for a few years. But only difference is they don't know the particular rule which has to be applied for trading the bearish and the bullish engulfing. So I'm going to tell you let's say it's a secret. Now it's what I have found while in a practical trading on trading the engulfing patterns. The important part to see is, now, as we have said, this is the engulfing candle. The red one is your bearish engulfing candle. But the secret is, every candle which engulfs the previous candle is not considered as a engulfing candle. Only a candle which is 150 times bigger than the previous candle. 150 times. Now, you may be little bit confused. What is this 150 times bigger than the previous candle? Now let me tell you. Let's say the market is going up and we have a green candle that is representing the buyers, but let's say this whole candle size is 10 points, 10 pips, 10 points, or whatever you said, it can be there. Now what we have, the second bearish engulfing candle, what should be there is, it should be 150 times bigger than the previous candle, which means this second candle has to be, this red candle, the green candle is 10 points, 150 times bigger is, it should be 15 points minimum. only if it is 15 points, then this is considered as a engulfing candle. This is where people make mistake. They see a candle, red candle, and the next candle there is a bullish candle which is little bit bigger than the previous candle, and they confirm it is a bullish candle, it's a bullish engulfing, and they get into a trade and they lose money. The thing is, they have not seen it practically on how to trade the engulfing patterns. So through my experience, what I have learned is, any kind of a candle, if it is there, let's say this is a bearish move and we have a bearish candle, and then continually we have a bullish candle which should be 150 times bigger than the previous candle. Now let's consider this as 10 points, then this candle has to be minimum of 15 points. And as you can see, this is the body of the candle is this much, and we have a body of the candle, and then it is double the size. So this is a perfect bullish engulfing. Now this is how you confirm a bullish and a bearish engulfing. Now this is the important part on trading the bullish and bearish engulfing. I'll give you some more examples. Now at this area we can see there was a huge up rally, and we have a bullish candle followed by a bearish candle, which is, see, this will consider this as 20 points. Now this is 30 points. Now this candle has been engulfed. That's why the market started to decline. And the second scenario, this is 10 points, and then we have 15 points. So this area is again considered as a bullish engulfing. Excuse me. Yeah. Now this area is considered as a bull. Now the bulls are control of the market, and the market started to go up. But again, what happened is, near the resistance, bears started to control the market, where the bearish engulfing again started. So now the bears are in control of the market. Then they started to bring the market down, and then bulls started to control the market up to here. But the thing is, again, after a long upward move, there is a engulfing pattern, bearish engulfing pattern. Now again, it's a calm market which I took. Now again, pound has come to a bearish move. Now this is a bearish engulfing pattern, as you can see. Now this is how you trade a bearish and a bullish engulfing. You can't just go blindly and see a candle which is bigger than the previous candle and say this is a bullish engulfing or it is a bearish engulfing. No, it has a rule. Every trading method has a certain rules and disciplines added to it. So through my experience, I have seen this. Whichever candle is being engulfed 150 times bigger than the previous candle, that is considered as a engulfing candles. I hope this helps. And one more thing you guys have to be very careful is, there are false engulfing patterns. Though you may be you have seen so many engulfing patterns, but there is a slight difference, and there is a bit of a thing called as false engulfing patterns. Now we have to identify it. So I'll teach you how to do it. Now in this thing we have a false engulfing patterns. Now what is a false engulfing pattern is? Now let's say we have a downtrend. At the end of the downtrend, what happened is, this black candle has been engulfed by the next candle, which is a bullish candle. Getting it? So this candle is bigger than the previous candle, and people think, okay, the market is going to go up. Now this is where most of the people make mistake. That is, they see the only the size of the candle, and they come to a confirmation that this is a bullish engulfing, and we go for a buy. No, it doesn't work like that. Now what happens is, there is a certain rule to it. Now engulfing patterns rule is, the previous candle low, see that, the previous candle's body and the next candle's body should be equal. As you can see, this move was a gap down. Now this candle closed here. Now one second. Now this candle has closed at this price. Now this candle has opened at this price. Now the thing is, there is a gap between these two, closing and opening. So the rule is, in a bullish engulfing, there could not be a gap down. If the market goes, let's say, I'll show you an example. Let's say we have a downtrend, we have a bearish candle. Now consider this as a bearish candle, and then we have a bullish engulfing candle. But the point is, though this is a bullish engulfing big candle, but this closing price and but this opening price is not equal. The thing is, already the market gave a gap down, and from there the market started to move up, and the buyer started, green candle buyer started to engulf it. But the thing is, it doesn't work. Most of the time after this, people go for a buy here, and what happens is the market comes down. That is because what these gaps represent is, already the sellers were in control of the market, and they have a hard, no let's say they have a huge downward move. They can pull the market down. So that is why there was a huge gap down, and after the gap down, still the buyers were able to no, control that particular time, and they were able to push the market to a newer heights, as you can see. But still sellers are in control of the market. Now what this represents is, why does this happen? After a gap down, the market goes up, and then market starts to fall. Now market goes up, and afterwards what happens is it comes down. And why does that happen? It represents now the buyers who have already bought at high prices, or the sellers who have sold at the high prices, are booking their profits. Now what happened is, at the certain amount of level, at this level, now the sellers started to book their profits. And when sellers started to book their profits, the market started to move up. And when the market started to move up, again what happened is the sellers come in again, because it's a lower high. The one who knows a trend is, because this is a high, and this is you consider as a low, and this is your lower high. At lower high, new seller started to come in. So the man who sold at here, he books his profit here. This is your profit booking. And after the profit booking, now the market goes up, and near the market goes up, now new seller starts to come in, and the market comes down. Getting it? This is how the market works. Those who have attended our classes would have known that, but I don't want to talk about that now. We'll just talk about engulfing patterns. Now what happens is, now in this scenario what happened is, the sellers have already dominated, and that is why there was a gap down. And after the gap down, this was a profit booking level for the sellers. And after the profit booking, buyers now started to try to control the market. But after the market went up, again the sellers who have booked their profits are going to come in. And once the market sellers started to come in, again the market falls. That is why this scenario doesn't work. The important rule for trading a bullish and a bearish engulfing is, for let's say for a bullish engulfing, the previous candle, let's say this is the bearish candle, can be equal, and then we can have a bullish candle. Or the scenario can be in this way, then it is valid. See, let's say this is a bearish candle, bearish, and there can be a gap up. In this scenario we have a gap up. This is your closing price, and this is your opening price. This is the bulls. Now after a gap up, if there is an engulfing, then it is considered valid, because gap up comes because of the bulls are more control in the market. They have a higher volatility, and they are trying to push the market in such a hard way that it gave you a gap. That is why there was a gap up, and then it formed an engulfing pattern, whereas this pattern is considered as a true bullish and bearish engulfing. Whereas when there is a gap down and then the market forms a engulfing pattern, that is where sellers are trying to cheat the buyers and they want to think that the market is going to go up, and when you guys start to buy it and they sell it because they need buyers in order to get the sell orders triggered. So this is all know how the manipulation does in the market. So we'll don't want to get into the bank manipulation and all those stuffs. We'll just see the engulfing patterns. Now coming to the we have seen the bullish side, and coming to the bearish part, as you can see, this is not valid because after the market went up, the market gave you a gap up, and then from there it gave you a engulfing. Now after this, the market can go up and hit your stops. That is why you don't go for a sell if there is a gap up and then followed by a bearish engulfing. But the valid point is, when you can trade a engulfing is, consider this as a bullish candle, and then you have a bearish candle which is equal to the previous open closing, and this open is equal, then you can trade this. Or you can trade it when there is a gap down, bearish engulfing. This is your closing and this is your opening, so it represents sellers are more in control of the market. So these are the two areas where you can trade the bullish and the bearish engulfing. So you don't trade when there is a gap up for a bearish engulfing and a gap down for a bullish engulfing. I hope this will be an eye opener who are trading the bullish and the bearish engulfing pattern. So this is how we trade at Trade Achievers. This is how I teach my students, and this is how they trade and they make profits out of the markets. All right, so this is how you trade a engulfing pattern. Right, so next one. So the next thing which we are going to see is the evening and the morning stars. So the previous candlesticks what we were seeing was a two candle trading method. Now the thing what we are going to see is called a triple candle trading method. Now a evening star and a morning star is used for trend reversals. Now these are a trend reversal candlesticks. Now the rules are, now the first candle should be bullish or bearish. The next candle should be a small body like a spinning top, both bullish or bearish. Then the third candle should be higher than the midpoint of the first candle. So now this act as a trend reversal candles. Now rather than seeing the theories, let's see how does it look in the chart. Now we have a morning star and a evening star. Now this is a strong downward move, and then we have a sell candle followed by, this is your reversal candle which is a spinning top. As we have seen in the first episode, this is a reversal candle, and then followed by a reversal candle. The third candle should be a bullish candle. Now this candle is considered as 1, this is your 2, and this is your 3. So it takes 3 candle confirmation to form a morning star. So once the market gives you a bearish candle followed by any kind of a reversal, it can be spinning top, it can be a doji, it can be a dragonfly doji for morning stars, and I think there is hammers, and then we have inverted hammers. So all these stuffs can be used as a reversal, and the third candle should be a bullish candle. Then it is formed as a morning star and the market starts to go up. Morning star represents the sun is going to rise and the market is going to go up. And same way for an evening star, it's a bullish move. This is your first candle, and then we have a reversal candle, the second one, and followed by a third candle which is a bearish candle. Then this setup is considered as a bearish candle setup, and it's called as evening star. It represents the sun is going to sit, so the sun has to go down. Again, this is how Japanese people name their candlestick patterns. So a morning star represents a trend reversal from sell trend to a buy trend, whereas a evening star represents from a buy trend to a sell trend. This is how evening star and morning star works. And as I said before, everybody knows what is a morning star and a evening star. But the thing is, there are certain rules has to be followed even for morning and evening star. So what is the rule is, I'll tell you the rules now. The secret behind trading morning stars and evening stars is, now this is your first candle, this is your second candle. Now the trick comes from the third candle. Now the rule is the first candle, bearish candle, then we have to have some kind of a reversal candle. But the third rule, the third is the important part where we confirm it is a morning star is how to confirm it is the third candle has to be minimum of 60 percentage of the first candle. How much? 60 percentage. Now consider this candle from the top. Let's say this is 20 point and it has come all the way to 10. This third candle has to be 60% higher, then it has to be around 16 in order to say this is a proper valid morning star. Getting it? So the third candle has to reach minimum of 60% or higher of the first candle. Now from 20 to 10, 60% is considered as 16. So if this market is at 16 or higher, then it is considered as a morning star. Even the same goes with the evening star. Now let's say this is your 10 and the market went up to 20. Let's say this candle is a reversal candle and from 20 it has come all the way to 12. Now it has reached more than 60%. Let's say 12, that is 80%. So more than 60 percentage, 60% or greater, then this is considered as a evening star. This is right. And which is the wrong part is, now consider this is uptrend, we have a bullish candle and then we have a huge doji. One second. Now the bullish candle, yeah, this is your bullish candle, then we have a doji, but the third candle is just 40%. Now this is buyers and this is sellers, just 40% of the first candle, then this is not considered as a evening star. This is a rule how you have to trade a evening and a morning star. So in order to confirm a morning star or an evening star, you have to wait and see whether the third candle is able to cross 60% of the first candle. This is the basic rule of morning star and the evening star. This has come through my experience. I have seen why candlestick doesn't work. Now people say that candlestick doesn't work, it doesn't work, and no, all those stuffs, and they show examples, everything. But the thing is, it does work when you have certain rules to it. That is how I see the market personally. I have seen the market for a long term, and I have seen this works when you apply certain rules to it. Right? So let me show you some examples. Now, in this example, the market comes down. We have a first candle and then we have a doji, which is a second candle, and the third candle is more than 60%. Now this is a valid morning star. As you can see, this is how you trade a morning star. And for a evening star, the market goes up, this is your first candle, and then we have a reversal candle spinning top at the top, and then this candle, third candle, has come more than 60%. So third candle is more than 60%, and this is a valid evening star, and the market started to decline. And as a way, see, this is number one, and the second candle, what is you call this candle? This candle is called as a hammer. So a hammer is a reversal candle, and the third candle is more than 60 percentage of the first candle. So this is considered as a morning star. Getting it? So the candlestick does work. I have taught you in the previous sessions how we should have all those candlesticks using support resistance. Even in this example, as you can see, the market went up and then we have a shooting star, but the market went up. But why? Because there was no resistance at this point. So our role was, in the first episode you have seen, if there is a candlestick and if there is no resistance, rule number one is wait for the next candle confirmation. So if you would have waited for this candle confirmation, it has given a clear upward move, so this inverted hammer would have been invalid. So that is why I want to pressurize on telling you guys that when you're going to trade with the candlesticks, the first basic rule is to follow the rules. Getting it? So anyways, whenever you're going to trade the candlesticks, after seeing this video, try to use these rules and try to do some back testings and help you guys, and it will help you guys to be a better trader and see the market in a professional perspective, how the professional sees the market. And I think this will be very helpful, and I hope this helps you on how to see the market using Japanese candlesticks. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to trade the engulfing patterns and the mornings and the evening stars. So hope this helps you, and it gives you more knowledge on how to trade the markets using Japanese candlesticks. So I'll meet you up in the next video. Until then, signing off, this is Kishore. Thank you very much.